Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. I'm back. The sun is up. Back here on my deck doing what I do for you today. Rightism. 25 years lived by storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I'm just trying to give you these life lessons because I know you can use them. So that's why I do what I do for you. Today, let's talk about the mission statement. Start out with the mission statement. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment and getting to know yourself a little better. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily, that's what I do, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka knowing yourself. And then we got to get to the question. The question is, do you know you? Knowing thyself. A person who knows not that they know not, foolish. Leave them alone, disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. If that's you, tune in. I can teach you. It's all good. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous. I'm going to avoid you. No more fights. A person who knows and knows that they know, knows not that they know, is asleep. Some of us awoke right now, but my job to wake you up with the understanding of who you are. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Know thyself, and to Maya be true. Yeah, balance in your life keeps you honest, keeps you fair, keeps you just. Also, divine. All these things that you do when you live in Maya, aka right thinking. Right thinkers. Let's talk about God becoming man so that man can become God. They won't tell you that in religion. I'm telling you the truth. That's what I do for you. It's also called Makaru. Let's talk about why God became man and for man to become God. It's my area of expertise. Right thinkers need to know themselves to be God in the flesh. Christ wasn't the only one. Jesus Christ wasn't the only God in flesh. We all human beings are God in the flesh. We just have to conceptually understand it and do what we need to do to manifest it. It's called living right. Right thinkers are God conscious, aka having God knowledge, spiritual enlightenment. That's being anointed with knowledge of self and knowing who you are, and that is God. Remember, He became us so that we can become Him. My Father and I are one. Sound familiar? All these concepts. I got a bunch of them. Everybody got theological concepts. That's all they have. But when you can use that concept and manifest something for yourself, that's the truth. If it don't make sense, it won't make dollars. Okay? Everything I put forth makes sense. That's on you to get the dollars. Alright? God is our essence. The spirit of us is God. I'm gonna calm it down. We just have to learn. That's why I teach right thinking. And if you're thinking right, you will know who you are. See where we're going with this one? Alright? Your spirit is on loan from God. You waiting it up is giving it back to him. That's what he wants it back. But if you don't, it's going to keep trying until they get it right. Sound familiar? Again, it's called reincarnation, a mulligan, a do-over. But if you don't learn your lessons now, you're doomed to repeat them again. Like in school, if you don't get the passing grade, you got to do it again. Same thing in life. Ain't much change. All right. Man's goal is to become who he really is, God. And to honor God is to live, do, and be right in his sight. Spiritually, I don't do nothing for man's approval. Yeah, that's the difference between spiritual and mental. I hold myself accountable to do the right thing. That's spiritual discipline. If you didn't know, you need to understand it's another level to live by if you want to better yourself. Just being down here, that lower level, living on the lower level, that beast of nature they call it, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to spin your wheels. Sorry about that, but this lesson is about understanding God became man so that you can become God. But he gave you free will so that it's your choice. Let's go. I'm moving on. God is knowledge. They tell you my people will be destroyed through lack of knowledge. The Egyptians showed you that we had the highest level of knowledge. But once you give it away, once you don't use it, you lose it, and somebody else becomes superior in knowledge. And that's what's going to be working and running the show. Through force, by trickery, by any means necessary. Win the war. My people, let's get knowledge. Get God back into your life. That's all you got to do. That's all I did. Having knowledge of self gives you knowledge of God. Again, that's all it is. It's a redundant concept, but once you grasp it and understand it, you can run with it because it works for you. Knowledge is obtained by learning from someone with that knowledge that's going to help you, aka a sage, aka master teacher, aka Mr. Right. That's what I do. Right thinking is gaining knowledge and living it, aka Maya. It's a lifestyle that you can set forth for yourself, but you got to be thinking. You got to be able to comprehend the lesson, and you got to set forth the lesson that you're learning. If I took all the knowledge and didn't act on it, didn't manifest it, it's a waste of time. It's like a book. Nobody read it. It don't do nothing but sit there. Knowledge. If you don't use it, it just sits there. I went to the pyramids and got the knowledge. I'm coming back with it to tell y'all this is what you need to understand. I'm sorry, I went way. Get back. Okay. I know that knowledge is power. Yes. But self-knowledge is superpower. That's even more. I respect you boulets and academic knowledge gatherers. That's fine. But self-knowledge is better. I ain't going there. God is knowing all, and knowing thyself is knowing God. And that's the case, you know a lot of things. Well, I do. Here you go. Next one is, this ought to be a good one. God is love and truth. All these adjectives that fall under God, trust me, these are things that you control within yourself. Let's talk about it. Love, that feeling that just feels so good, bliss. Oh, that's God, heaven sent. That's all come from here. Not from the physical touch. No, that's lust. If you fall in love because it feels good and au contraire, mon frère, okay? But that's desire because you're feeling the physical part. Spiritual is all spiritual and mental. The physicality part, I teach from the neck up, okay? Understand that. Love without truth is wasted emotion and it won't work. We all had our heart broken by somebody that we love, and the person that we love didn't reciprocate the love, so it broke our heart. Yeah, you see what love is? Love ain't in the heart. Love ain't in the head. Love is in the heart. That hurt when you get it broken. So that's why you gotta be smart. Here you go with truth. Truth is knowing, not believing or thoughting. I thought this. No, I thought she loved me. You didn't know? You didn't do your homework. You didn't do your due diligence. We all fall short with that one because when love kicks in, we tend to get a little blind, and we ain't thinking correct. So it's like a drug, okay? It's an aphrodisiac that gets you so excited, your adrenaline flowing, it's all good, and you ain't thinking right. I'm just saying, all been there, okay? We all played that game. Trust me. The idea is to master that one so you don't keep playing that same game. Ring around the rosy. Get out the ring. Get off the rope. Get off the merry-go-round, whatever they tell you about it is. But get off. All right? Love, when shared between two people, makes you both feel like one. Let me give you a quick Greek mythology story. Man was created with 4 legs, 4 arms, and 2 heads. The God decided that's too much power for man to have, so he split you in 2. So for the rest of your life, you're looking for that soulmate. Sound familiar? It's a good concept. I like the story. That's why I shared it with you. Okay, that's what I do. I get information and I share it. If it's worthwhile sharing, that's what I do. For you, it's just tidbit. Okay, where we at now? Okay, God is love, and you must learn to love yourself. I do counseling, and I hear people, they miss the boat on self-love. So I'm going to get this lesson for them guys, because once you love yourself, everything else pretty much falls in line. But if you confused about where your love is and your loyalties is, and it ain't within yourself, you're going to have problems. They're called fetters. That's self-inflicted problems that you cause on yourself. It's another lesson. I'm moving on. Here you go. This is a good one. God's love, see, God is love. Okay, I did that one. God is spirit. Thinking is conscious of the spirit. Put them together, you got the heart, mind coherence. They have to work in together. They got to be in sync. I tell you, you marry the heart with your mind. Take your emotion and put some thought with it. I'm a spiritual person. I'm thinking and acting with knowledge, not just blatantly running around. Oh, thank God, raise the roof. Come on, man. No. I show my respect and praise to God intellectually, okay, with deeds and actions that make sense. I'm not a fan running around hooping and hollering about God. No. And nothing wrong with that. I just don't do that. Let's go with consciousness is knowing your spirit is of God. So that means you is God. Praying is talking to God from your heart. That's why I don't pray verbally. Why? Because I'm praying from within. That's my kadu. I'm praying from the heart. I'm being sincere. Once I verbally bring it out, it loses its flavor as far as I'm concerned. That's just my concept. I'm just explaining to you about my concept about praying. I pray from here. I pray for you. I'm a prayer warrior. I'm on the line every Wednesday. This night I do my thing. Why? That's what I share testimony with other people who pray for others and get their blessings. That's what we talk about, our blessing. We come together to pray, but we send the blessing out to everybody else who we praying for. I like that idea. That's why I'm involved. That's what I do. All right? Spiritual knowledge is knowing God. That's right thinking philosophy, whole goal. I need you to know God for yourself. I know him. I serve him. I do all that. But that don't do much for you. I'm going to explain to you why you should serve him and what happens if you do serve him. You will benefit. Serving that other guy, how this working out for you? I put 50 years in for it. I ain't getting nothing. I know him well. That's why I don't serve him no more. Trust me. It's worth it. All right, here we go. When you're a right thinker, you will learn to become God conscious. Why? I'm going to give you the tools that you need to show you this is real. God is real. Understand these things and you'll understand, yeah, he is. And then you can inspire and move on with your life with understanding and knowledge of self. Become a master of who you are. And that means you know God. Become anointed. Get your Christ hood up. Reach that knee house. All this is about learning. And it's all about getting lessons from somebody who's willing to teach you and not rob you or lie to you. I'm sorry. I keep my mind on God and I keep God on my mind. I love that. But they say, oh, I got my mind on my money and money on my mind. Yeah, that's cool. But I'd rather put God on my mind and keep my mind on God. Why? That serves me. Money you can't take with you. Last one. I'm about to wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. God is our everything. I love that record. Why? Because it says it all. God is everything you need. My everything. But back in my day, I would tell you, the bigger the headache, the bigger the pill. The bigger the doctor, the bigger the bill. I am the doctor, but I'm not charging you. Why? It's all free on me. This is what I do for you. Wrapping it up. Here you go. If you're spiritually enlightened, you know God is everything. Says it all. God is the naked, pure truth. That's right thinking philosophy. Clothes ain't no use for God. God don't need clothes, okay? Truth is best served naked. And come into the world that way, in your glory. Alright. If it's well dressed, then it's not God. It's a lie. If it look good, it sound good, 9 times out of 10, it's a lie. So do your due diligence and find out for yourself. I did. I'm just trying to help you out. You know what being God in the flesh is what we are. Right thinking will show you that. I'm going to show you who you are. I'm going to teach you to know who you are for yourself. That's my job. Last one. Right thinking, like God, is my everything. I live it, I breathe it, I love it, and I share it. I know it's good. If it wasn't, I wouldn't give it to you. I'll be back. Thank you.